Move on to the next, to the main topic on the show, guys. Hey, what do we got for the main topic here?
A Utah mom wrote a kid's book about grief after her husband's death. Now she's charged with his murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. She brought the attention to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did.
Kouri Richins, the author of Are You With Me?, faces murder charges for the death of her husband, Eric Richins, in 2022. Kouri Darden Richins, 33, is facing first-degree aggravated murder and 3 second-degree felony charges of possessing a controlled substance with the intent to distribute. Here's a rundown of statements from the accused and investigators.
So before I show that, Tabs, you heard about this story?
Mm-hmm. Like how she killed him. They found an abnormal amount of
fentanyl
in his body, and the whole thing is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Like the fact that she she created a book and was playing into it, the whole thing about grief and everything. But guys, I have a quick little bullet point of kind of what happened. We go full screen right here. It was March 4th, 2022. She made Eric, her husband, a drink, and around 3 a.m. she called the police saying that he was like stone cold to the touch. Let me see if I have the full report here because I forgot to. There we go. Let me read this off. All right. Around 3 a.m. she felt Eric was cold to the touch. That is when the defendant called 911. On April 6th, 2023, a year later, Kouri appeared on Good Things Utah, a segment on an ABC affiliate KTVX, to promote her new book, children's book. Kouri Richins said her husband died unexpectedly. By May this year, 2023, a medical examiner performed an autopsy on Eric and determined that he died from a fentanyl overdose. Prosecutors alleged that Eric Richins was poisoned by a lethal dose of fentanyl. They went into her phone records, uncovered several communications with an acquaintance of hers who had various drug counts. Kouri allegedly contacted the acquaintance and asked for, quote unquote, some of the Michael Jackson stuff, and asked specifically for fentanyl. The acquaintance allegedly procured 15 to 30 fentanyl pills in exchange for $900 back in February 2022. That's what her ex-husband or former husband, deceased, was worth. $900.
Lord.
What do you think about this? Go ahead.
The scary part is that that much fentanyl is only $900.
Yeah.
Because of how deadly fentanyl is. That's the terrifying part.
It's
her being a sociopath and wanting to kill her husband, honestly, is not even that far off what's normal these days. So the crazy part is the cost of fentanyl to me. Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson didn't die of a fentanyl overdose anyways.
But she wanted both, I guess, the fentanyl and the milk. What was that medicine called?
Propofol. It's white. It's a milky. Looks like milk.
That's what Michael called it, the milk, to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess her plan.
That's what they use during surgeries to knock you out.
Yeah.
And well, the scary thing about it is that, and I told my wife after this whole thing, like, it's like, baby, have I told you how much I love you? Because. Well,
didn't we also read that one of the husband told one of his friends?
Yeah,
I think my wife's trying to
it was around the first time when he started feeling weird about stuff. Like he had the foresight to include somebody else in it. Like if anything ever happens, but I think she's poisoning me and stuff. And that's what me and Joy talked about afterwards. It's like, okay, if you even have this, I told Joy straight up, if I had this gut feeling, I'm fucking out of here, man. Like. I think.
Did they say, was he abusive? Was there any reason other than she just didn't like him?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll end up on True Crime Snapped or whatever with some long story about what she her whole plan.
we all know that's going to be the defense. The thing that's going to work against her is the whole year of, we all do it after someone dies. We talk people up, but she wrote a whole book about how much she was loved and he was this and he was great and stuff. But you're right. You know that's gonna be her defense.
Well, or some other unknown backstory, like he had a girlfriend, or someone will uncover that she was seeing someone, or he had some sort of insurance. Something will come out as to
what's her why.
Yeah, there's a why in there somewhere.
And you're right. And so far, that hasn't really even come up. Even in the middle of her, right now it's still alleged. She's just arrested until her trial. She's not convicted of anything yet, but this is what she's arrested for. But let's say if she's found guilty, I mean, in the middle, I mean, you're gonna have to defend yourself. But the prosecution's gonna have an easy time disproving everything because they're gonna use her book against her. Obviously, they've gotten the evidence that they needed to make the arrest. But that whole year, covering her tracks, and to cover her tracks, she was building up how great their relationship was. So if I was the DA, that's what I would use against her the whole time. So even if there was abuse, or if in her mind she needed to do, I mean, she spent the year talking him up about how great it was and this and that and the other. That's it. I don't know. I'm not on the jury, so I don't know. We all know that we're probably going to hear a defense. That's probably going to be the go-to.
Her reason could be absolute greed. It's just I'm curious what's going to come out as her reason. And
I think I noticed that she was a real estate agent. I'm a realtor, so that's interesting because I just imagine what her broker was going through when this first started off. Because one of the images that I looked up when I saw her a couple of her pictures was her real estate advertisement with her phone number and everything.
The videos that were on TikTok today, the comments were killing me because people were like, I knew she did it when I saw the side part in her hair. That deep side part totally gave it away. And I was like, what? Man, these people are getting.
Yeah, you know how the internet is. They're gonna be savage and make fun of her and stuff. It's like anybody that bleaches their teeth that milky white has got to be a. But look at this book. Look at that's an image of him as an angel in the clouds, and they had. I just feel like the three boys. They have three young boys. I think 10 and younger, if I'm not mistaken. That is wild. I mean, first you lose your dad, and then mom goes to jail. That is.
Trust me,
that's
I've
be
seen
tough.
enough of those snaps. They'll be like. Kouri Richards had it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was prom queen.
Oh,
she was
snapped. those true.
That's a pretty good intro there, Joy.
Yeah. Is the rundown is going to be true crime? Why do they always talk so soft? It's like, they were a quiet family in Utah and this and that. I couldn't hold my composure. Huh?
Scarier when it's quiet.
It is, but I couldn't.
It's creepier.
My true crime podcast would be ghetto as hell. This girl crazy. Look what she did. Got the fentanyl.
And then you need that the unsolved mysteries playing in the background.
Yeah.
Scaring everybody. They can't sleep at night.
But that's wild, man. I feel bad for the whole the boys and the whole family, and then the best friend also talked about it too. His best friend. And so I guess we're just gonna see what's gonna come of it later, guys. If those comment sections are wild. That's what Dixon's saying in those comment sections are genuinely hilarious more often than not.
The deep side part, man. I didn't know that was sketchy, but apparently it is.
Look at her. Look right there. Look at the look in her eyes. Look at that. Look at the hair. The hair part. Look at the jawline. Psycho. No. Allegedly psycho.
Allegedly a psycho.
Allegedly, yeah. Yeah, it's all in the eyes. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about that. If there's any other information on it, we might cover. I don't know. It's just, I just thought it was wild because it was trending online. So, like I said, we don't just cover entertainment news. Sometimes we cover the things that are just trending and what people are talking about. So that was what was up, and I was like, that's wild. So.
Guys, that's the end of this episode of The Rundown. Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. and click here or here. Thanks for watching.